Hello and welcome to day 4. My name is Nate.
I'm Mikey.
We're here to help you
Improve your balance.
So congratulations for making it so far. And first of all, let's do our safety check. Make sure there's no tripping hazards around you. Make sure you've got your cell phone or a friend with you. And make sure you use any kind of props or do it in front of the couch if you like. Alright, so what are we doing today?
Yeah, so this is Tai Chi. So we're building off, yesterday we did the Qigong, which is energy cultivation. It comes out of China. It's a lot of the same principles. We'll even use Qigong as a warm-up for a lot of the Tai Chi we do. Tai Chi became near and dear to me about 10 years ago. I met a wonderful Japanese woman that leads a class in Eugene, and her Tai Chi family have just really inspired me through all of this. So thank you to all of them, and I hope we can pass on some very practical movements. So Tai Chi is actually just Tai Chi Chuan, and it means grand ultimate fist. So it's a very strong name for something that you see a lot of older people doing really slowly in the park. And the reason they do these motions slowly is because when you take your time to do the practical weight shift and get your feet under you properly, you're learning how to be more efficient. And so these movements, less like the Qigong, which was more kind of just building energy, moving for that purpose, the end result of these is, am I in a good position to push something? You know, am I pushing an opponent, a car, you know, and I need a really good base to do that. My feet are spread apart, there's a little space between them, my feet are at a little bit of an angle, my hips, shoulders, all my intention is into this one thing. And so we can get into those good postures, we can be a lot more effective and stronger, and that's the whole point of them. So nice easy warm-up, call this one Swai Sa. It's just a little twisting, tapping. You're tapping your back with the meat between your thumb and your index finger, and then on one side and then the palm on the other. And the reason we're tapping our back, it's near our lumbar plexus, all the nerves that come out of the lower back that go down the legs. So we're just stimulating those, waking them up in a very gentle way. And you don't have to turn your neck side to side because you're twisting your torso. It's actually getting a neck stretch in there already. So this is a really nice, simple one just to warm up. It's really relaxing. You can do it while you talk to people, which is nice too. So it's a good one to warm up with in a class. And we can shift our weight to one side now. So all of my weight is on one leg and my other foot is pretty much weightless. And I'm just turning that toe in and out, getting a little bit of an ankle, hip, knee stretch there. And now we're tapping our collarbones. So the collarbones is where your cervical plexus is, all the nerves that come out of your neck, going down your shoulders, your arms, and your chest there. So by doing this one exercise, you can really get all the nerves in your body a little stimulated there. And it should be sort of a dull, like thump. We can switch our weight to the other side. Again, one leg is holding pretty much all of your body weight, and that outstretched leg is just twisting, even getting onto its toes as you come around. So a really nice way to pretty much get everything going. And shake that out a little bit. So this next one is really good for the spine as well. Call it touching the rainbow. So we want to interlace our fingers, right, and we're going to push them above our head. Maybe we'll show sort of side view there. Then we want to twist towards the back and exhale as our hands come down. And we're going to look all the way down to the ground in the back. Okay? You're getting a nice stretch in the back there. So go the other way. So interlace your fingers, stretch up, stretch more, really tall. Exhale into the back. Follow your fingers all the way down. Now 4 more times here. Inhale up, twist. there. So one of the great things about Tai Chi is you end up on one leg a lot. And when you're on one leg, it's really been proven to help increase bone density even much more effectively than walking. Walking is great, but it's always sort of your body weight shortly interacting. By staying with one leg off the ground, you're adding all of your weight, and that prolonged signal tells the cells in the bones to start make new bone mass. So a really good way to increase bone mass here. And so we're going to take advantage of this by just swinging our leg forwards and backwards on one leg. All right, so we're going to do this about 20 times. Your opposite arm and opposite leg are going together, just like you would if you're walking or running. And you can add a little bit of a challenge. You don't have to go super high. All right, use the wall if you need to. Just nice little ones, that's fine. But as you progress, you can take that hand away. All right, and you can start to have a little longer swing. Really focus on the backwards part of it. And you get that quad and hip flexor stretched out. And you can start to grab the air in front of you. Get those hands going too. Make this a whole body workout. Let's do about 5 more here. Good. And go to the other side. So if you do this for a minute or about 50 times, that's a good challenge. We're not going to quite do that long today. All right. Emphasize kicking behind you again, grabbing the air in front of you. Here, 2, 1, good. All right, and so that was relatively short. If that was easy for you, go ahead and try this later, some other time on your own. See if you can get 50 on each leg without stopping. That definitely gets the heart going, and you know you've gotten a workout. Yeah. So now with Tai Chi, one of the hardest parts to learn seems to be the stepping. All right, and we usually kind of start with our feet next to each other, right? And when we turn, if we're turning to the side, a lot of people put their toe and their heel in line, which it's like being on a balance beam. And what we want to do is we're going to go all the way out to the side, and there should be, 4, 6, 8 inches between the heel of one leg and the heel and the toes on the other. Okay? Your back toes are turned out to the side a little bit, maybe about 30 degrees. All right, so you feel really strong. If you can imagine pushing a car, that's really what your body is telling you is the strongest. So we're gonna take advantage of that and practice a little bit of the stepping movement here. So we just start with feet together, all right, and you're gonna slightly bend your knees. You're gonna unload the weight off of one leg. You're gonna step off to the side, and then you're gonna pivot that plant leg to get those hips, shoulders lined up with the front toes. And you're gonna turn the front leg toes in, turn the other toes out, and come back to the middle. And we're gonna go the other way. So bend your knees a little bit, step off the center line to the side, lean forward, and turn the back heel out. So you're gonna pivot from your toe, all right, and get the back heel out behind you. And again, your shoulders, hips, everything's lined up in front of you. All right, so turn toes in, other toes back forward, and come together. All right, so we're gonna do a few of these in a row, do about 4 on each side, and really just make sure you feel really steady at the end of each movement. Bend the knees, step to the side, get planted. Good. Turn your toes back in. Bend your knees, step off the center line, kick your heel out, push your weight forward. Pigeon toes, toes in, back to neutral. footwork is so important. In Tai Chi, energy is developed in your legs from the ground. It's directed in your waist where you're facing, and it's expressed only at the end with your arms and hands. And back to center. All right, so now we're going to do a few of the actual Tai Chi movements using those same steps, all right, and then adding the hand motions. So this one is called Part the White Horse's Mane. In the arm motions, we're going to hold the moon, all right, so our hands are a little in front of us, so you're holding a beach ball, all right, your elbows and shoulders are relaxed, so down, keep your elbows and shoulders down, all right, and then as we go to the side, we're going to do the same leg movements, bend our knees, step off the center, and then as we shift our weight to the front foot, we're going to pass our arm by our elbow, and we're going to create all this space in front of us. And our wrist ends up pretty much midline here. All right, so if something's in front of you, all right, it's nice and strong. And then we'll come back. And this time we're not going to come back to the center. We're just going to turn that front toe in, and we're going to hold the moon on the other side and go the other way. So step out to the side, off the center line. As we shift our weight, our hand passes by our elbow, and the back of the wrist is facing forward, even with our hips, shoulders, wrists. Good. So turn the front toe back in. Hold the moon on this side. Exhale, step. Come to a nice, strong finish. 2 more. Turn your toes in. Hold the moon. Step off the center line. Exhale, shifting our weight forward, clearing that space out in front of us. 1 more. Toe in. Hold the moon. Step off the center line. Wrist is in front of you, protecting you. Bring your feet together. We can gather chi to finish off that section. And return that energy back to Mother Earth. And step your feet together. Good. Alright, so this next movement is called Repulse the Monkey, and it's really nice because we're moving backwards. And a lot of slip, trips, and falls, as we know, doesn't happen when we're going forward. It's when we're stepping in these unexpected ways that we don't do in our normal daily lives and even our exercise programs. So this is going to take a little bit of room here, actually. So I'm just going to show you this on our own. But what we want to do with our feet is we're going to be stepping backwards. All right, so make sure you have this way. I think it's easier from the side here. So the starting position will be up here with our hands, all right, and our feet are facing forward, our knees are a little bent, we're sort of squatted and twisted, all right, and I'm just going to show you the feet first, all right. So with our back leg, we're going to sort of squat, reach behind us, all right, and then bring that toe in. So this front toe is weightless. All right, and then we're going to look back this way, and then we'll step back again. Right, toe goes forward, and then comes back to center line. All right, so with the hands, so we're in this starting position here. All right, we're gonna step backwards, and we're gonna push our hand along our elbow, and my front foot is already weightless here. All right, so we're just pushing. We're gonna look towards our back, extend our arm. Bring your foot in, step behind you. And my toe's at an angle here. It's already set up to balance. I'm pushing, my foot is weightless. I come back. And 1 more on this side. Push, step back. And we can go the other direction here. So feet facing forward with your hips. We'll twist, push that hand along our arm, and we want to finish really strong. Before we go to the exercise, you imagine you're pushing something. You're really balanced and strong here. And then we soften, exhale, push. Extend your back arm. Exhale. Good. And you start to run out of room there. All right. So another one you can do, if you have a longer hallway, you can do a few of these in a row and come back to this video. Make sure you're doing them appropriately, but finding ways to step, weight shift, especially backwards, sideways, other directions, really good, wonderful way to prevent any sort of mishaps. All right, so the last one, Nate, join me again here. We're just going to do a little bit of a one-legged kick. If you do a two-legged kick, that's pretty good.
Those don't usually end very well.
Yeah, we're going to stand on one leg and kick, excuse me here. And so we're going to bring our hands together in front of us, in front of our chest as our knee comes up, all right? And if you can't kick very far, all right, if it's hard, you can just kick really low, but we're going to move our arms out at the same time. And then come back together, feet together, cross your hands in front of you, kick to the side, and we're looking over our toes. Good. Feet together. Inhale, hands and knees come up together. Exhale, pushing the heel and hands opposite direction. Good. Inhale, cross your hands, knees come up. Exhale. Give that a little pause there.
You can do this also holding on to a wall.
This is definitely a more challenging movement. All right, so please modify it as you need. And we're trying not to let our head move up and down here, keeping those knees bent a little bit. Okay? Even your standing leg here, when it's one-legged, keep it a little bit of a bend. That's one of the big principles of Tai Chi and martial arts in general, is you want to keep a bent joints. Okay? Once you lock out a joint, it really loses that ability to adapt to unexpected movements. And so those are some pretty simple, common movements, maybe not easy, and maybe not that simple, but very common. Yang 24 simplified form is a series that's practiced all around the world. It was developed to help with health benefits and be a little less of the martial art, but it's a lot of the same principles, and it's a really wonderful way to prevent falls and balance. And maybe not the easiest to learn on video, but you can take these smaller movements and practice them in everyday life to get some of that benefit out. And so just as a little cool down here, we do a little bit of tapping. All right, so I kind of start with the lower back, and hamstrings, come down to the back of the legs, inside of the legs. Oh, good job, muscles. You did a good job today. All right, tapping your arm, the underside of your arm, shoulder, underside of your shoulder, and just shake it out there. And so tapping is really wonderful. It's just another way to help get the energy moving, get some recovery going, and there's some specific places to tap that are pretty central to Chinese medicine as well. And so one of them is under the elbow. All right, so if your palm's facing down and it's just relaxed, it should be kind of a few fingers away from the elbow, sort of the meat there. And if you tap it with I'll use a fist here, and you should feel sort of a dull ache, and you're looking for that nerve that travels down your arm. And it shouldn't hurt, but it should be a dull ache. And this is just sending nervous signals up and down your body, getting things flowing again. I'm going to switch arms here, looking for that dull ache again.
This is also on the large intestine meridian here. So this is said to help with headaches and digestive issues. So yeah, tapping this area is a really common treatment in Oriental medicine as well.
We can move down to our hands. So the pad between your thumb and your index finger, you can tap it again looking for kind of that dull ache. And this one I feel like every time you get acupuncture, they're almost always putting a needle in this spot, and it's just a real easy way to treat any sort of nausea, vertigo, dizziness.
Yeah, it's one of the 4 gates. So these 2 points and the 2 points on your feet between your big toe and your second toe, very important points.
Nice. And we go to the other hand. Again, looking for that dull ache. You can kind of hit them together. So relax your hands. Hit the space between your thumb and your index finger together. You can switch sides.
All right. So once you're done with that tapping, you go ahead and shake your hands out and release. Hopefully you're feeling some tingling, some circulation. Tai Chi, again, can really help with that energy flow, but also strengthening, helping with your balance, moving in all directions, so important. So if you enjoyed this, continue and make sure to join us tomorrow. You have just finished day 4. We have 1 more day in our 5-day balance course. So we're going to be working on functional fitness tomorrow. So stuff you can do with just your body weight, stuff you can do around the house. And make sure to prepare a tennis ball or a racquetball or some sort of little object that we're going to use to test your reflexes. So reflexes are also a very underrated and underestimated part of balance. So you're going to learn how that really connects. So make sure to join us tomorrow. All right, you're 4 out of 5 days in.
Yeah, and so after tomorrow too, we've got that free gift coming your way. We've got some good information. And let us know what you think. Leave a comment. And as always, I'm Mikey.
I'm Nate.
And until next time,
stay balanced, my friends.